Fox News contributor Donna Brazile, the former interim chair of the Democratic Party, actually the two-time former interim chair of the Democratic Party, had some very harsh words, harsh but necessary words, for GOP chairwoman Ronna McDaniel yesterday. Take a look.
We had Ronna McDaniel on, Donna, earlier on the program, chairwoman of the RNC, and she was talking about the possibility of a brokered convention, the impact that would have on Bernie Sanders. Here's Ronna.
It does depend on how big the lead that Sanders takes out of California is, if he picks up a huge proportion of delegates. But I don't see anybody getting out soon, and it's leading towards potentially a brokered convention, which will be rigged against Bernie if those superdelegates have their way on that second vote.
To that, you say what, Donna?
First of all, I want to talk to my Republicans. First of all, stay the hell out of our race. Stay the hell out of our race. I get sick and tired, Ed, and Sandra, of listening to Republicans tell me and the Democrats about our process. First of all, they don't have a process. They're canceling primaries. They have winner take all. They don't have the kind of democracy that we see on the Democratic side. And for people to use Russian talking points to sow division among Americans, that is stupid. So, Ronna, go to hell. This is not about, go to hell. I'm tired of it, Ed.
That's the kind of fire that we have needed in the Democratic Party for far too long, and it's been missing. What Donna Brazile just brought to Fox News was awesome until she kept going. Because if all she had said was, don't interfere in our primaries, go to hell, and stopped right there, would have been great, would have been perfect. I loved that. And then you kept going. And you kind of proved her point. Ronna McDaniel is not wrong to say that the Democratic primary process is screwed up, because it is, folks. And then Donna Brazile says they've got winner-take-all elections. Okay, what does that even have to do with any of this? That's actually a better thing. I prefer that. In fact, I'll tell you what I would prefer more than anything is to not even have delegates, to just have popular vote. Every state should go and vote on the same day, and whoever wins the overall popular vote, you're the nominee. No delegates, no super delegates, none of the shenanigans, none of this, oh, well, you vote this month, you vote 6 months later, after half the people have dropped out and it's down to 1 or 2 at this point. That's not fair. So yeah, the Republicans need to butt the hell out of our primary process. But at the same time, the leadership in the Democratic Party needs to understand our primary process sucks. The Republican primary process sucks. They all are awful. The whole thing is stupid the way we do this. I'm sure it did make sense 100 years ago, back when Iowa had to go first because of the farming seasons and whatnot. We don't live in that world anymore. There is no reason whatsoever why every single state shouldn't vote on the same day, and then boom, the primaries are over. That's it, done. And it should be whoever gets the popular vote. Delegates shouldn't be a thing. Superdelegates sure as hell shouldn't be a thing. But here we are. So yeah, Ronna McDaniel was correct in her criticism, but Donna Brazile was also correct to tell her to butt the heck out of it. The Republican Party has their own problems to deal with, and Ronna McDaniel would rather not focus on those and focus on those in the Democratic Party. But Donna Brazile shouldn't be doing the same thing over there. Shouldn't be saying, well, you've got it. No. They need to butt out because they don't have a say in our process, and they don't have a say in who our nominee is going to be. And that go to hell needs to extend to other people too. People like the Never Trump conservatives like Max Boot, Hugh Hewitt, Bill Kristol. I mean, the people who helped push us into Iraq are now trying to stomp for Joe Biden because they don't like Bernie Sanders and they don't like Donald Trump. No, they need to butt out of this. Republicans don't have a say in the Democratic process, just as Democrats don't have a say in the Republican process. But that's not to say that both processes aren't completely stupid and backwards and alienating for the majority of people in their parties. One of today's video partners is a new YouTube channel called UpFlip. Now, Upflip tells the stories of entrepreneurs across the country. They upload new videos every single week, focusing on one individual who has started their own business, and they tell the story of how that happened from the ground up. If you're a fan of shows like Shark Tank, then Upflip is absolutely a channel that you would be interested in. You can follow the link in the top of the description of this video and go subscribe to Upflip, because the stories that they're telling are absolutely the stories of the American dream itself. Who hasn't at some point in their life dreamt about owning a business, starting a business? Well, Upflip tells the stories of successful individuals who have done exactly that. Went from nothing to something, and it tells you every step of the way how they did it. So if you're still thinking about possibly starting a business of your own, or if you're just interested in hearing the true stories of others, Upflip is absolutely a channel that you need to be paying attention to. Again, follow the link in the top of this video description and go subscribe to Upflip. These stories are absolutely uplifting, amazing, and show you what people can accomplish with a little bit of perseverance and a lot of integrity.